Welcome back to KritzKast.
Thanks, Harry. Have you subscribed yet?
So running through Twice's roster, but this season is Medics on Scout, Highway is on Soldier, Delty is on Pyro, Sami is on the Demo Man of course, Elysian are on Heavy, Rambo is on Engineer, Sebastian is on Medic, Broken on Sniper, and Axio on Spy.
Highpanzer as we run down, we have Sneaky on Scout, the Wop King on Soldier, Nebula on Pyro, Joe on Demoman, Moikil on the Heavy, Lorne on NG, Assassin Plus on Medic, Fundo on Sniper, and Akio on Spy.
Powered by Gamer Subs!
I am Harry on the microphone, joined by Wiethoofd on production, and in the casting box with me tonight is redlix. Into our first middle, we have Twice in blue and Highpanzer in red as they roll out on this first middle. Scouts getting to the middle first, and the demos just pressuring from behind the point. The soldier aggression quickly coming out from Dwop King as Highpanzer barrel across this left-hand side of the point for them, and it sounds like we have some production problems, but this is going to be a radio cast for now, I believe. There's lots of frags going all the way of Sami. The aggression coming out from Highpanzer not quite working. Both medics do survive, which does mean that Highpanzer live to tell another tale, as they do keep their equal Ubercharge situation, but they do end up losing the mid twice with the first cap there.
Yeah, the overall aggression I don't think really worked out for Highpanzer since they quickly got pressured out. They lost the Spy early on and therefore had no really flank coordination. From that moment, Broken also got onto Rock, which was supported by Demo. Now the Uber exchange is currently happening while we talk. Broken got Fundo, and now the team can basically just move forward. Soli is also just dominating right now on the flank and connector side. So there's a huge space for the sniper to open up since Fundo just respawned. And right now, a fight is happening still on mid, but Twice is defending the point.
Yes, the Highpanzer pick classes, both Fundo and Akio going down. Sami did end up going down, but so did Joe, so it didn't end up mattering. Does look like Twice are trying to take this forward hold onto Cliff, but they're a bit too slow. Highpanzer taking Cliff control themselves. So it does mean that we do have an equal Ubercharge situation right now. Assassin Plus just in the pocket as the Highpanzer team starts to pressure onto the point here.
Yeah, right now it's just a mirror play from both teams. Twice is just defending. Axio was unlucky not finding the medic, but both teams are currently playing around pocket. Fundo is trying to snipe from porch, misses a shot. But right now it's just the Pyro's job to just reflect every single sticky. The pressure is coming out from Highpanzer. The Uber is getting traded, but Joe is getting dropped from the Uber since the build was not there simply when he tried to pressure. Therefore, this Uber, I would say, is unsuccessful, but Highpanzer still manages to get onto the point and eventually cap with Twice being pressured.
Yeah, they do get that first cap there, just about 2 minutes off the clock for Twice right now, but they are recontesting straight away. Assassin Plus ends up going down to Broken. What a key pick from him. We said that the snipers were going to be the ones to watch here, but Akio is down, so she can't get the frag onto the medic either.
You mean Axio?
Akio was down when I said that.
Okay, but Axio just went down, yes.
It's going to be lots of confusions between those, I can already tell. We were in the first round, already had one. But the Ubercharge advantage is firmly in the hands of Twice as they do get their cap back as well. 25 seconds off the clock for Highpanzer, 1 minute on the clock left for Twice. So it's lots of pressure here for Highpanzer to try to get something done here.
Broken is already on the 6 kill streak, but as I say, Akio actually gets broken down, so there's no sniper to defend the sightlines, and Uber is getting popped out from the side of Twice. They're trying to defend onto the point, maybe, perhaps find the medic, but the Assassin has 50% down the bank. The cap is more than 50% capped at the moment. Soldier just jumps in, finds... Sadly, Dwopkim didn't find any... wait, did he find something? Sebastian is down.
No, Dwop King did not find anything there, but the space he created did. Fundo enabling... Dwop King's space, meaning Seb had to walk into a sightline, Fundo getting the snipe onto Seb. And that does enable them to get the cap. 25 seconds left on the clock for Twice, 2 minutes, 20 seconds left for Highpanzer here. So they're going to have to do something special to win this round. They do have a full Ubercharge advantage to deal with, to work with. With a slight forward hold, they're holding by caution at the moment, as they are wanting to make sure that the medic does not get forced. Axio in the red house just playing nice and slow, trying to get something done at the moment.
CCTV spy gaming. Everybody's getting popped out from Highpanzer and Sebastiani, it goes actually down to Joe and sneak his aggression, so successful medic pick here. But make sure they do not feed more players onto this exchange.
Yeah, so the Uber did come out, Assassin Plus getting forced, but Sebastiani did go down in that, so they do keep the Ubercharge advantage. However, it's not a full advantage for them at the moment. The player advantage is with Twice, as they are trying to use that to barrel forward onto the point. The space being created, Axio killing Fondo, Moikel going down as well, enabling Twice to get the cap. 25 seconds left on the clock for them, 1 minute 22 for Highpanzer. Assassin Plus ends up going down to the pressure as well, and this forward hold from Twice, their very famous forward hold, I may say, going to be able to have lots of pressure. Highpanzer are going to have to come out swinging through grass here to try to make sure that they can get some cap time. 5 seconds left on the clock here for them. They need to get some cap time. Still no cap time for them. 2 seconds left on the clock. Can they get to the cap? The air blast from Delt is going to keep everyone off the point, and Twice wins the round. First round going to Twice. Highpanzer not quite able to recover after the 2 minutes they took to cap the first time.
It was extremely crucial to keep their Twice keeping their pyro up, so Delt can pretty much just pressure and also just decline or deny anyone pushing onto the point. So that was a crucial play, keeping their pyro alive.
Indeed, second mid coming out, Twice winning the first one. Dwop King going down to Broken is the first frag of this second mid fight. Fondo and Broken both playing by Stinghand right now, and that's the only frag that has been now. The cap is up. Axio getting caught in main, however, does mean that everyone can just look forward on the side of Highpanzer. No spy to worry about. Delt's going down. Assassin Plus going down in the end as well. Akio getting stabbed onto Broken does mean that Highpanzer will be able to get this cap, but surviving does mean they do have a healthy advantage on the side of Twice. It's going to be basically a full charge advantage by the time Assassin Plus gets up.
Yeah, the only reason they actually Highpanzer managed to get onto the point because Del just decided to feed on caution, and therefore no pyro, nobody denied any pressures onto the point. So they got the point, I guess, but the Uber is in the bank for Twice at the moment, and they consider repushing as soon as possible. And
yeah,
the Uber is getting
coming out. Yeah, the Uber comes out, but Assassin Plus is nowhere to be found. Nebu doing a great job protecting his medic there. Twice able to get lots of cap time with the Uber though, but they haven't been able to actually finish the cap here. The spam, Akio getting 2 very key frags there. She gets the Delt and Sammy frags the Pirate and the Demo going down, which means that Twice not able to hold not able to finish up the cap. Highpanzer able to hold onto the point. They have a 40% overcharge advantage here and 1 minute advantage on the clock. This is a very strong showing from them in this second round.
Yeah, what did I say? High expectations for Akio. He made the dream work, and he made the game work at the moment. Dropkin tries to go in for the medic since they know that they must absolutely go for that medic pick. And right now they cannot really afford to just lose more players onto the point while they're trying to defend onto it, but Twice is going to be successful on getting onto the point. However, they must have real protection on Assassin. I would say a sack is going to happen anytime soon if they don't manage to go for the aggro hold, and since there is no heavy on the side of Twice, they must just play out on this Uber.
Yeah, those last 2 Ubers that we have seen have been slightly confusing to me, actually. The first Highpanzer Uber, I would have thought you would just want to hold on to that Uber. With that large time advantage, if you just hold on to that Uber, you're burning more time before Twice can have a chance to contest. You might even win that Uber trade fight as well, which means that you would hold on to the point for even longer. Taking that Uber is meaning you have to get the medic or you're just going to lose the point, which they indeed do. Then Twice take a really weird Uber in and don't end up getting the medic frag either, so it swings the Uber trade advantage back to Highpanzer.
Yeah, but Twice is right now what we currently see is that they're currently aggro holding on grass and concrete, which I'm extremely familiar with, as the CK losing to Twice the same season. Some teams tries to play on this very specific strategy on holding aggressively on the grass. I don't see they can break it. Right now the Uber is getting exchanged, the heavy gets dropped, there's a demo on top right now, and they might actually have to escape if they cannot keep their Pyro and them alive. While I say this, Seb is on 1 HP, gets dropped down, also Seb is being pressured out from the point, but at the same time they managed to feed a lot of players. Dropkin doesn't really find any rockets at the moment, so no damage, and the point is still kept by Twice.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, that forward hold. It can go very, very well, or it can go very, very poorly. You do end up losing your medic, which is not great, but you take so much time off the clock. Twice now ahead on the time after their first very strong cap from Highpanzer. Broken is on a 6 kill streak, getting lots of frags right now, just about saved by his medic. Assassin Plus with a 25% Ubercharge advantage. Fundo getting the demo pick, though, is going to be very key. Lots of space is going to be created for Highpanzer now, but Twice still managing to hold onto this cap despite not having a demo man, just because Broken is killing everybody.
Jesus.
He's rotating from left to right to left to right. He was on concrete, now he's on cliff. He's on an 8 kill streak. The demo man is down. This Uber comes out from Highpanzer. It's chasing. Sebastiani has only 90% Uber charge advantage.
Oh my
and
god!
Akio gets the stab!
Straight.
Oh my god!
Oh my.
Seb and Delt go down. Akio getting an absolute double frag, which is going to enable Highpanzer to hold for into this later stages of this round. It's going to be a close round, this one. Time advantage for Twice, but Uber charge advantage for Highpanzer.
Yeah, Akio, the man, the myth, the legend. Yeah, the high expectations actually pay off. This match is being extremely dominant by pick classes, obviously, as we all already concluded, but I wouldn't really expect these kind of plays. And by the same time, Sebastiani just goes down by Fundo, not respecting the Cyber sideline walking from main. That's kind of like a rookie mistake. I wouldn't really like to see that, especially at Prem.
No, exactly. Fundo will Matt Rock sees the entire map. You can't pick anything as a medic, which is one reason why I hate this map on basically every class, but that's besides the point. Hiver coming in onto Assassin Plus. Assassin does have the Uber, is not forced out though. They do have a full Uber charge advantage to work with. Equal time on the clock, about 30 seconds each. Broken getting a key demo frag though. It's going to really limit the amount of chase that Highpanzer can have. They're just going to have to use onto Sneaky, I think. Sneaky is all the way in without the Uber charge. Assassin Plus just walking about 5 seconds, or 2 seconds too late, and drops Sneaky, which means they have no chase, and that means they get no frags, which means Twice are going to have an Uber charge coming up in about 10 seconds, and they have 10 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, they must do something real quick. Right now, the point is currently being mid-cap, but the Uber is getting popped out from Twice, so there is no way of them capping it if they stay on the point with them Uber, and the finishers just come out from Twice, and there's no point of return for this round on Highpanzer.
Yeah, that was a really bizarre last minute or so from both medics. Sebastiani just walking into a very common sniper sideline, and Assassin Plus dropping their wind condition out of the Uber. So 2 very rookie mistakes coming out from both medics. Bet they're feeling the pressure, but Twice up on the round 2-0 as we head into this third middle. Hiver bombing in deep quickly onto Assassin Plus. He's really weak, but that's fine. Broken going down to Fundo. Hiver gets cleared up by Sneaky, and it looks like it's a very strong third mid here from Highpanzer. Everyone's weak on Twice. Nobody can get anything done. Assassin Plus is nice and safe on caution. Nothing to kill him, and the first cap of the round goes to Highpanzer.
Yeah, what we've seen in the last round, that Highpanzer was successful capping on the first one, but was struggling to hold on to Ubers and getting onto these weird exchanges, but Twice is being extremely dominant on the DM. What right now what we see is that Highpanzer is trying to keep up with the DM and the coordination that the team can provide, keeping their pyro alive, their sniper alive at the same time, and therefore they can finally frag and do something with their pick classes.
Akio getting broken. Pick classes once again doing work. The cap does come out from Twice. The Ubers are traded, but it's so much better for Twice that Highpanzer are just going to have to leave and give it up, not able to use that Uber to recap. Twice in a dominant position. It seems like Highpanzer getting the better of their mids like Failer did yesterday, but Twice just in their mid rounds are so much stronger, like Envision were yesterday, and that's causing them to be able to actually make sure that they're holding onto this cap for longer, and that's how you win the game.
Sneaky just got ragdolled by Sami, and also at the same time just never rolls it, gets players, which is burning them down, and Highpanzer seems to finally gain control over the point, and also half wiping Twice in the meantime. I don't know what Twice is doing at the moment. It's just seeming that they want to do DMs, play for the logs, boys, but not for the objective.
Yeah, they think they know that I'm making a KritzKast frag movie for the end of the season. They're going for all the clips they can. But they need to win the game first. You can't just go for clips, you have to win the game. and Highpanzer equalizing and now surpassing Twice's time on the cap with a nice Ubercharge advantage to work with as well. Seb going weak, meaning that he's not going to be able to be in the fight, taking another sticky, going to have to leave now, and that's going to mean that the Uber is forced out though from Assassin Plus. It's really bad Uber. Sebastian already having to leave because he's so weak, and they use the Uber to chase, but there's nothing to actually chase itself.
I mean, yeah, generally, like, especially on COD, if you have an absolute advantage, you must expect a force or an over-aggression coming onto the point. You need your pyro and your demo, and obviously your sniper to move around you so you can deny. But let's see if Highpanzer takes a more aggressive stance with saving more players.
Yeah, it does look like they're trying to get this forward hold. There's 2 minutes left on the clock for Twice and 1 minute 38 for Highpanzer. Broken getting taken out by Akio. Akio making sure that Broken is muted most of this game, doing a good job of it, but Twice is still dominant in these first 2 rounds so far. As you said, Twice trying to take this forward hold once again. Highpanzer stuck in their spawn for now. They do have equal Uber charges, so they might try to bust out from Cliff here, which is exactly what they're trying to do. The Uber charge does come out from Twice, and then from Highpanzer. They do drop a couple of players on the side of Highpanzer, so this post is going to be better for Twice, however. They are backing off, making sure that Seb survives and can hold on to this point. Just like you said, you need to make sure that when you are playing aggressively, you do keep your players up.
Yes.
I say that.
As we talked, yeah, the Warp King just bombs in, and yeah, the same just happened. Complete opposite of what I speculated that they didn't or not going to use bombs in, but yeah, Warp King actually goes in, tries, and eventually gets Sebastiani. Same thing is going to happen to Haiba, but he's not being extremely successful with it. Broken is currently playing on China. Let's see if he backs out or goes back onto the spawn and waits for the combo. So yeah, big classes are definitely getting utilized this whole game.
Yes, Product is a very strong sniper, of course, but Spy can get a lot done as well, as we have been shown from the 2 spies, dealing lots of damage to the enemy teams. But as we say that, Broken does go down to the spam from the demo man on the side of Highpanzer. The Uber comes out and is actually going to end up getting traded. This is going to be a better post for Highpanzer without having to worry about the sniper Fondo on Rock, just making sure he's locking down the entire area. Akio does go down, but Broken gets killed by Fondo. Fondo with the better positioning in the end, and it does mean that Highpanzer holding on to this point now with the time advantage and the equal Uber charge. They are favored in this round, and Delt goes down now as well. The spam is going to be uncontested.
Yeah, it's just keeping your sniper alive while there's literally no pickless onto the enemy team is going to open up a lot of space, especially on Product. Therefore, if you have an exchange, obviously, if you have a better Uber, make sure you drop absolutely no one, especially if you're defending onto the point. And Highpanzer did it right. They didn't drop anyone, they successfully defended onto the point and managed to get both pick classes from Twice. So time is being wasted.
Yes, and once again Broken goes down. He's not been able to play the game for about a minute and a half, and it does mean that Twice do have to use their Uber early to get some time onto the point. Highpanzer now into overtime. They just have to make sure that Twice do not cap, and they win. And it looks very good for them. Delt going down. That's no pyro. There's no spam from Hiver. Medics goes down, and Highpanzer end up winning the round. They're on the board. 2-1.
They are finally okay. So could my speculation come alive? Perhaps this 3-1 or 3-2.
Yeah,
I guess
this is exactly what happened yesterday. Envision 1 went 2-0 up, Failer brought it around back, and then Envision 1 3-1.
Personal experience, Mr. Harry.
Don't remind me. But it's all good. Hiver coming in. Assassin Plus just gets absolutely destroyed. He goes down early in, but they're losing so many in this late fight on the side of Twice. Highpanzer actually just able to fight on the point now, even though they don't have any heals.
Yeah. What a perfect coordination from Twice. What I just wanted to say that as soon as Hiver bombed in, managed to get damage onto Assassin. Medics just finished off the frags, therefore no heals. Sami did the damage onto Highpanzer, so and Broken also got more damage and snipe. So perfect coordination, but they still managed to somehow just gain 0 advantage onto the point until now.
Yeah, it was because they lost like 3 or 4 players on the side of Twice that they could not keep control of the point very easily despite the heals. But they do end up capping it out, and they do have an Ubercharge advantage on this forward hold. And Joe is actually caught out here, getting killed by Menix. The Uber does come out, however, Sebastian going too low. Gonna swing the Ubercharge advantage back in the favour of Highpanzer, but Twice is keeping this forward hold despite being down a few players.
It's interesting how basically Highpanzer just got wiped on behind main. It's just unbelievable. They are keeping their players alive, but baiting each other and the whole team into a sideline that they probably get pulled on. Right now, they're trying to push up from the right
it's
side.
So bad.
It is a bad Uber. What do you exchange on?
That was one of the Ubers of all time. It was awful. They tried to use out through grass, they dropped their scout and then their demo man, and Sebastian, he was nowhere to be found. They got exactly 1 frag with it. It's Ubercharge advantage back in the favour of Twice, and they still have this forward hold for Highpanzer to break.
You definitely don't want to pop that Uber in that area, or when you try to push out. That's a mistake you cannot really make, especially if you are playing here. Right now, you pretty much just cost an entire full Uber head, and you have no way of getting onto the point without getting at least like 4 to 5 frags. But right now, Fondo finds broken, so there's no sniper to open up the sidelines for Twice. Somebody goes in with a huge pop. Holy moly! Holy smokes, pipes! Okay, is the like Iron Bomber out of the game? Right now we are using lock and load. What is happening currently with the demos?
Yeah, that was a bomb. He went in absolutely into Assassin Plus's face and just double piped him with the lock and load, and well, that's an Ubercharge advantage once again for Twice. Highpanzer not even been able to cap the point once this round, and it's another forward hold they have to break.
Nabu?
It's not looking good.
Nabu just stood still and gave up his life. He was like, okay guys, frick it, I'm not going to do anything. He probably just came up to hit up Twitch and subscribe to KritzKast already. I have no idea what this guy was doing standing still.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe he was in the chat despairing about being 2 minutes 30 seconds down on the clock. The Uber does come out, Assassin Plus is weak. 8 health escapes? No, they do not. Broken with the headshot. Oh dear, I cursed him straight there.
It's
and
a disaster.
20 seconds. Everyone's dead. Just
You
everyone's
actually
dead.
managed to get Sebastiani, but will it matter? Will it really? I mean, Twice is currently being literally wiped. Highpanzer is getting onto the point. There is currently like realistically 5 seconds onto it. You must get onto the point. Do not fear the mini sentry. You have to play on the point. Oh my god. Oh. Lon actually managed to get onto the point in the last second that it got over. Jesus.
That was a very close one, I think we can say. They do end up getting the cap, but Axio getting the stab onto Assassin Plus, meaning that Ubercharge advantage they worked so hard for has been wiped from the game, and Seb now with a 45% Ubercharge advantage once Assassin Plus spawns. It's going to be so tough for Highpanzer to hold on here. Players down, Ubercharge advantage down as well. It's gonna be hard. I'm gonna tell you that.
I mean, it sure isn't gonna be easy at all on them, especially with this 50% in the bank right now. So what I currently see is that the early aggression is probably going to come out, and the edging on the point is probably come out from Twice. Right now they're playing off the damage to make sure that Highpanzer just pretty much backs off, while they also keep Seb alive. The fight is currently happening just as we see a mid-fight right now. So both teams are trying to put up some aggression onto denying, Highpanzer denying onto the point, and Twice is just going on and trying to edge it. Right now the Uber is in favor, so they have to realize, Twice has to realize that they either push into the Uber, try to finish off players while they're playing their engineer, someone just make sure they cap the point. So right now it's overtime. Medic's onto the medic, eventually gets Assassin, and right now Sami is onto the point while the whole team is pretty much just wiped on the side of Highpanzer. A perfect play. A perfect play from Twice.
As you said, they just used that Uber, walked forward, got frags, and it ended up winning them the round, winning them the game. A 3-1, as you predicted at the start of that match.
This is map 2.
Yes, we have Twice in blue and Highpanzer in red once again. Vopking playing in Banana, a across from his soldier counterpart on Hiver. Hiver going in now, nice and early, does get denied, but creates lots of space. Seb taking damage early though. Dwarf King trying to take advantage of that. There's lots of frags coming out for Highpanzer onto Twice, and it does mean that although the space advantage is for Twice, they aren't able to hold it, and Highpanzer are going to be able to take this first middle, I imagine? I say that, but they're standing behind the point, doing nothing.
Yeah, most likely because Twice actually got onto the point, and since it's warm tick, the cap time is kind of weird and also delayed. So if you get the first hold, for example, onto the point, like you have an easy way of going back onto it while capping. So yeah, Twice is just going to win onto the point since they were the first one getting onto it.
Indeed, they did, and they are doing the old strong opinions hold of playing forward in front of the point now. Fundo is playing so aggressively. Can he get onto Seb? I don't think he sees him. Medex gets sniped instead, and it does mean that that pressure from the scout is no longer there. The Uber does get traded out onto the red shack, and it looks like Twice is just going to use that Uber to back off after forcing it. Dwarf King getting taken out of the sky by Broken. Both spies end up going down as well. The health on Highpanzer is a lot better than on Twice though.
Yeah, this might actually just win onto the point on them, but yeah, Broken is mega denying anyone entering onto the point from the main sideline and on ramp. So right now what they have to do is that Twice is currently defending onto the point, anyone is trying to come. Right now Highpanzer is holding on and trying to pressure onto the point and go onto it from Broken Wall, which is I kind of find weird since you cannot really pressure onto the point from here, especially if the sniper is watching main. You are just kind of wasting time, I would say.
Yeah, I think they're trying to play away from that sniper in top right, but by doing so, they're just not doing anything. Fundo does end up going down. They do have lots of cap pressure, though the Uber is forced out. Assassin Plus only has 95%, just getting it up now, but it's too late to save the Demo Man, the engineer, and the sniper. The soldier also goes down to the post. The Uber comes out late. They are trying to chase onto the Twice combo. They get the important frag onto Seb, and that's going to prompt Sax coming in now. Assassin Plus is pretty safe. I say that, they have Medics on them. Medics burns to death before he can finish Assassin Plus off, but it's enough to defend the cap. There's 1 minute, 15 seconds left on the clock, opposed to the 3 minutes left for Highpanzer. It's an extremely strong start for Twice in this opening round.
It is, but every exchange so far and every pressure was, I would say, extremely equal and competent in their own form. Okay, yeah, Highpanzer wasting a lot of time behind, like trying to push onto the point from Broken Wall, but while the exchange happened, Sneaky got onto it, got the Pyro, got the Medic, also Sami got denied from getting onto Assassin, but in the meantime Joe gets dropped and they just didn't manage to get onto the point and finally cap it. While as we speak, Hive is currently just bombing in unnoticed, getting Nebu also getting assassinated at the same time, so the cap is probably going back to Twice, and a minute's counter just ticking and clocking down.
Indeed, so much damage from Hiver done there. The Uber charge advantage now in favour of Seb. The Uber does get forced out, however, he was bleeding and getting bombed, so not going to worry about that. The Uber is used to get a bunch of frags. Assassin Plus stays alive, but if you're getting 6 frags with an Uber, it's probably worth it. It means that they have a really forward hold now, and it's going to be really tough to get towards this point before it's 10 seconds left on the clock. They might not even make it.
It is. I do not really see a chance of Highpanzer currently getting onto the point, since this over-aggression might come late. If you have a fast call, especially onto the combo, you can just feed in damage, and right now, like I literally said, you play aggressively, you get an immediate call onto the combo rotation, and therefore you feed any damage onto them. So they have no chance of entering onto the point. Right now, it is literally happening, and 5 seconds, clocking down with only Sneaky playing on top, and Highpanzer is completely stuck on the left side.
Indeed, they end up winning the round on the side of Twice. Broken ended that round on an 8 kill streak, so he does need to be taken out. The pick classes need to be doing something about that, I imagine. They're going to be talking about that as they roll out onto the second mid-fight of the round of Womtic. Twice 1-0 up on this map so far. The start of that round was very equal despite the time, but the end of it was very dominant to see if Twice could keep up that performance as The Spies try to cross the point here. They do end up getting behind. No frags have been traded so far. I say that Axio gets killed by a Dwarf King, and Akio is now behind Broken on going to top right, I believe. Akio drops down, doesn't quite get the stab. I'm cursing everybody at the moment.
You are. Whoever's cam you want, like there's a guaranteed 0 kill. It's no kill
dear.
November.
But Broken finally gets taken out by Fondo, and that's going to probably prompt Highpanzer to start walking towards this point. No sniper to worry about. Ubers are on the field. Sebs gets forced out slightly earlier. Assassin uses his straight away, though. Fondo goes down, so does Michael Hiver with the huge double kill, and that's going to actually win the point straight up for Twice.
Even though the heals weren't on the side of Twice, they know how to play the objective on Warmtick at the moment, since if you get on the point first, you have a lot more time on to re-engage in any fights, since you know the enemy team actually has to wait onto that cap to fade away. And right now, this is exactly what they do, and what they did last round.
Yeah, they do end up getting that first cap because of it. They have a nice advantage.
Okay.
Not sure what's going on at the moment, but there's an overcharge advantage on the side of Assassin here. But there is a nice time advantage for Twice. Broken taking out Sneaky, so that's going to be very heavily hamper the ability to try to edge this point for the side of Highpanzer. It does look like they're going to go for an Uber trade through under, or not a trade, sorry, an Uber use through under. Dwarf King gets sniped by
absolutely destroyed Dwarf King. I mean, Dwarf King failed the actual jump, therefore he had to back out and fake it, and Broken just punished him. This is how the sniper works.
Oh, what a fun and balanced class. I'm sure you agree, redlix.
This is definitely not a biased take, Mr. Harry.
Oh, I definitely enjoy sacking myself 20 times a game with the sniper.
Yeah, definitely. Holy hell, just got an absolute reflect onto... Dwarf King doesn't really have, you know, his game, the game of his life, I would say. Getting headshot in the air, failing the jump, also getting reflected every single rocket of his from Delt. The soldier doesn't really work out on this map for Highpanzer at the moment.
No, but the demo does go down. Sammy finally dies, and it does mean that the forward hold is going to be harder for Twice to pull off here without that demo man. But Highpanzer just keep feeding in frags, staggering their spawners. It's actually going to enable Twice to keep holding this forward hold without too much worry. Michael taking so much damage early does end up getting the Axio frag, but too late. Fondo goes down beforehand, and it's just more and more frags coming the way of Twice. They do end up feeding a few, but there's so much time off the cap that it's definitely worth it on the side of Twice.
Can I ask for... okay, what Akio is currently like rotating while doing the spy crab onto the point? What game am I currently watching?
Oh, Akio likes to do that.
Okay.
Nice little taunt. It just means you can move more quickly. Fun tip here: if you do use the Yeti Smash taunt and you take any bit of damage, you come out of the taunt, so you can also use that taunt to taunt without too much worry. But,
that's true. I mean, this whole exchange was extremely weird, wasting time on Highpanzer, just constantly feeding in and feeding and feeding and feeding players onto an aggressive hold. Like, it's not going to really work out. You have to get an entire team to fight an entire team, especially if you have an Uber. Right now, Highpanzer just took over the point, but the aggression is coming out from Twice. Highpanzer is feeding players once again. There is no Joan, no heavy, no tank, no spam class right now, and Sneaky dies at the same time. No flank and no combo class. Like, this is the moment that Twice should just probably take onto the point. But Akio manages to get perhaps a broken kill. No, absolutely, I'm also cursing players. What is happening, Harry? Did you pass this magical ability to me?
I think I did. Just being in the mumble has made it happen. Transfer over to you, but Twice bring out this Uber now. There's too many frags for Highpanzer to deal with, and everyone dies. And it does mean that Twice are going to end up capping out the point here. They go up 2-0 on one tick, and it's a lot more dominant this round than it was in the first. It's not looking good for Highpanzer.
definitely not. I'm being kind of fairly sure they do not really know how to play Wormtic at the moment. I'm not sure what they exactly try to do, but this definitely doesn't really work.
No, it's a bit of deja vu from yesterday. I have said that before, but it does look like Twice are just outclassing Highpanzer on this Wormtic, and as I say that, everyone's dying. There's no combo on the side of Highpanzer. They're just going to have to back out. Broken gets the
oh my god! It also gets assassin in the last pixel of that shack edge.
Yeah, Broken getting the snipe onto Assassin Plus, meaning it's gonna be back to square one for Highpanzer once again. Time on the full time on the clock for Highpanzer, whereas Twice capping it off with a full Ubercharge advantage to boot as well. And they're just holding on the point as opposed to inside of the Highpanzer spawn, but it's good enough for now. Seb's Uber does end up getting forced out, however. And it does mean that they do get a bit of space, but Assassin Plus with a nice 40% Ubercharge advantage is going to be feeling not too bad about that.
Yeah, Twice is extremely successful with pulling off their flanks and trying to involve them into the combo at the same time while there's an exchange happening, or either they need them on the flank. So I'm pretty sure I can say that Highpanzer is being denied completely from every sideline they try to enter, either whether it is flank or whether it is the main combo. But also at the same time, I kind of feel that Highpanzer doesn't really want to engage in fights. I would say they constantly feed players on different positions, but not really moving the team as a whole in correct times.
Yes, it feels like they're a bit disjointed. I think that could be down to their demo man not being as comfortable on this map as he is on product. Obviously everyone tries to play around the demo quite heavily, while seeing as he does deal the most damage on the team a lot of the time. But when you're not sure about the map, it's difficult to do that, and I think that's causing some problems for them.
Yeah, there's kind of something off with the synergy of the team, either the dissonance of communication or just, as I said, not that great synergy, and the Uber is getting popped out. It is going to be a much better defending Uber on the side of Highpanzer, as far as I can see. They try to save players, but they also manage to lose a lot in the meantime. Joe just feeds in onto the aggression of Twice, and everything is getting contradicted what I say here. What is happening today?
Yeah, as you were saying the Uber was better, their Uber was a lot better, but they also lost their sniper, and then they feared Broken, which, to be fair, understandable.
Yeah.
And then they kind of just held S, and then they all died. So, not great. Akio not quite getting the stab onto Sebastiani.
Twice the trick stab dealt.
Yeah.
Rookie mistake.
As you said, they're all fitting in one by one. They're holding the W key, but not at the right times. As long as you hold W key as a team, you end up kind of winning the game. That's kind of how Highlander works most of the time. Hold W, kind of win the game. But it's not working out at the moment.
Oh no, Axel! Oh no! I thought he's about to go for that medic pick, but didn't get that.
Uber comes out. They are traded. It's so much better for Highpanzer. This is actually an Uber charge trade, which I can fairly certainly say will go the way of Highpanzer there. It looks like they're going to be getting the points off the back of that. Sebastiani does survive. He does have nobody to heal though, so although he doesn't go down, it is going to be a 30% Uber charge advantage for Assassin Plus. Highpanzer going to cap the point with 40 seconds left on the clock for Twice. 2 minutes on the clock for Highpanzer, so it's a bit of a task for them here. But it does look like it's doable.
Yeah, I wouldn't advise going so aggressively for the exact same reason Joe got sniped. Like right now, you either need a good banana hold with your Engineer Pyro heavy sniper, or you must be absolutely aggressive on main or right side. You cannot really afford to feed on especially your demo man. Right now, Broken is just like free of spam, free of anything. Axial tries to go for that stab, and the heals are absolutely poo-poo for Fundo. For Lawn is also going down sneaky, so there's no flank, no actual hit scan to just go in. The Uber is getting popped out from the side of Highpanzer, and they won't seem to find the medic since there is literally no one to aggress or chase with.
Yeah, they do use that Uber. Seb is now using his Uber through under with his Demo Man and his Scout. The Cap is going to come out from Twice. There should be an Uber up by the time that Twice's time is on 0 for Highpanzer, and there won't be a defensive Uber, however, so it is doable for Highpanzer. They do have to have a very good Uber and then hold the point for a minute.
They do have to stop feeding, though.
Yes, they have to stop feeding and get a good Uber and cap the point and hold it for a minute and then win the game. That's their current plan.
Yeah, right now Twice is taking the same aggressive stance onto the point, and Broken gets immediately onto Fondo. Right now there's no sniper to free up space for, and with Akio is just trying to make some play, at least get the sniper, but no, it's not going to happen. Axio and Broken is taking full advantage onto the point and on their own classes. So right now it's a 3-0.